Hello there you guys, welcome to one of my videos. On this video I'm going to be giving you my player ratings from Manchester United's 4-2 defeat to Cadiz. So start with the man between the sticks, Martin Dubravka. I'm going to give him a 5 out of 10. He was the only player to feature over the full 90 minutes. He was blameless for the goals. He was unable to command the defence. It was Martin Dubravka's second appearance. Manchester United have got Dubravka on loan from Newcastle until the end of the season. Moving on to Aaron Wan-Bissaka, I'm going to give him a 5 out of 10. I thought he did alright defensively, but he lacked that attacking intent. It was a rare start for Aaron Wan-Bissaka. He doesn't play much now because, Diego Dalot is Manchester United's first choice right back. I think Bissaka will be leaving the club next year. I heard that he's going to be making a return to Palace. Manchester United got Aaron Wan-Bissaka from Crystal Palace in a deal worth 50 million. Moving on to Tiedemann Mengi, I'm going to give him a 4 out of 10. I thought it was a very poor performance by him. Tiedemann Mengi is a young player, isn't he? Victor Lindelof, going to give him a 5 out of 10. Weren't a great performance by him either. Didn't look too comfortable in that back line alongside Tiedemann Mengi. Lindelof has been at Manchester United since 2017. Manchester United got him from Benfica in a deal worth 31 million. Lindelof is under contract with Man United till 2024. Brandon Williams, he was at left back. I'm going to give him a 6 out of 10. He was probably one of the best players. I thought he did get forward well at times. Looked good on the ball at times. But I think Brandon Williams was the one that gave the free kick away for the first goal from Cadiz. Brandon Williams has just come back from injury. Don't get in the team much last season. He was out on loan with Norwich. There's a very good chance that he'll be leaving the club next year. Moving on to Scott McTominay, I'm going to give him a 5 out of 10. Zidane Iqbal, I'm going to give him a 6 out of 10. He had good moments in the game, and he won the penalty that obviously Anthony Martial converted. Donny van de Beek, I'm going to give him a 4 out of 10. Poor performance by him. Obviously, he was playing in the number 10. He don't play that much, Donny van de Beek, does he? Don't forget, last season, he was out on loan with Everton. We had to loan him out because he wasn't getting enough opportunities, when we had Rangnick and when we had Solskjaer. We got Donny van de Beek from Ajax in a deal worth around 40 million. It was 35 million up front with 5 million in add-ons. Van de Beek's under contract with the club until 2025. Anthony Elanga, I'm going to give him a 4 out of 10. Very poor performance by him. Alejandro Garnacho, going to give him a 5 out of 10. Not a good enough performance by him. And I've said to you, haven't I, that Garnacho looks a very good young asset. He's done well in most games so far for Man United. Don't forget, Garnacho scored a late winner in the 2-1 win against Fulham. He came off the bench. He got 2 assists in the 4-2 win against Aston Villa in the Cup. And he scored his first senior goal in the 1-0 away win against Real Sociedad. And about 6 or 7 months ago, he scored twice in the FA Youth Cup. Not so long ago, it said Man United are set to give Alejandro Garnacho a new contract worth around £50,000. At the moment, he currently earns £5,000 and he's under contract to Man United till 2025. Don't forget, Garnacho not so long ago won Manchester United's Player of the Month award. And moving on to Anthony Martial, I'm going to give him a 7 out of 10. Of course, he scored from the penalty. He looked very sharp, did Martial. Martial hasn't played many games this season so far because he's been hampered with injuries. Martial is under contract with the club until 2024. He's been at Manchester United since 2015. Manchester United got him from Monaco. We did get him from Monaco. And last season he was out on loan with Sevilla. He could leave next year, but there's a lot of Man United fans that would like to see him stay. Obviously, we brought a lot of substitutions on in the game. Corbel Mainoo came on, if I've pronounced his name correctly. He's a young player. He scored Manchester United's second goal, so I'll just give him a 7 out of 10. Dishon Bernard came on, I'll give him a 6 out of 10. Sholo Shortire came on, I'll give him a 5 out of 10. You know, I can't remember all the subs that Manchester United brought on, but I'll stop there. By the way, Erik ten Hag fumed after Manchester United's 4-2 loss to Cadiz. Cadiz were 2-0 up in the first 13 minutes of the game. And then obviously Manchester United came from 2 goals down. Cadiz are not that good, you know, the second to bottom in La Liga. Their manager is Sergio Gonzalez. He got appointed in as the Cadiz manager back in January of this year, so he's been the Cadiz manager for almost a year now. Before Cadiz, he managed Real Valladolid, and then before then, he managed Espanyol. Manchester United's next game is Real Betis. That is tomorrow. Obviously, it's a friendly. Now, obviously, on my last video, I gave you the news on Marcus Rashford. Reports are coming out saying that PSG are interested in signing Marcus Rashford on a free transfer. The PSG president has confirmed this. Marcus Rashford's current contract at Man United expires in the summer. Not so long ago, it said that Man United will offer Marcus Rashford a new long-term deal. But Man United are worried they may have to sell Rashford. You know, Rashford is enjoying a very good season to his standards for Man United. He just needs to be more clinical in front of goal. And he's doing well for England as well, because for England in the World Cup so far, he's got 3 goals in 4 appearances. And for Man United, Rashford has over 100 goals. You know, he has been part of the club for a long time. He came up our academy. He's been a United player since the age of 7. And he broke into our senior squad back in 2016. Revert back to September, Marcus Rashford won Premier League Player of the Month. But Man United, if they are to sell Rashford, want 80 million. That's been confirmed. And on my last video, I gave you some more news regarding the Glazers. It says Man United will not pay dividend to the Glazers in 2023. That's going to be the first time since 2016. As you all know, the Glazers want to sell Manchester United this season. If the Glazers are to sell Man United this season, a deal is likely to be done by spring. So Man United could have new owners by the end of the season. But quite a few weeks ago, the Glazer family confirmed they're open to selling the club. The club is valued at around 5 billion, but it did initially say the Glazers could demand up to 9 billion. We've got to get them out. They've been a massive issue at the club for so long now, and for a while United fans have been protesting against the Glazers. The Glazers have owned the club for 17 years. They bought the club for around 790 million back in 2005. So anyway guys, that's everything to update with. Drop your comments, likes below on the channel if you do consider subscribe as always, and take care. God bless. See you all again very soon.